So as you all know, I like to cook a few cakes when I'm on the road, and we mainly cook actually a large serving salad bowl in case we have people come and visit us and we want to be fancy. And I don't know whether we're no clearer really, but we have managed to bring our rig down under the level that it's required. Hi everyone.
Yeah, welcome to another video. Hey, this is the third video in our series talking about van life and caravan tips. Now today we're going to be talking a little bit about weight. Yeah, I know, whoops, yeah, okay.
We both put on a bit of weight.
Yeah, but weight in your car and your caravan. Now, we have a car, it weighs 3 tons. We can tow 3.2 tons, so the total weight there is 6.2 tons. And we know that the combined overall weight of our car and caravan is under by about 600 kilos.
Yeah, it was under by 600 kilos after we had it weighed.
Yeah, so it's underweight by 600 kilos. But overall, when we're talking about the individual bits, we got these little red lines everywhere because the car was overweight, the caravan was overweight, and the tow ball mass was overweight, and everything was out. Even though the whole lot was 600 kilos under, the axle weights and all these sort of things were not right. So we've had to do something about it. We'll talk a little bit about what we've had to do.
Yeah. So we used to always take our van and car to the local weigh station, which is here in Yandina, before we headed off on our trips. We always weighed them connected, and it used to come out okay. We were on borderline, we went to the Cape, but we still came out okay. So we have been assuming we were fine. Yeah. But a few months before we headed up north, we decided this time we would have a professional come in and do the weights for us and explain to us about what this is all about, because it is so confusing. And I don't know whether we're no clearer really, but we have managed to bring our rig down under the level that it's required.
Yeah, part of that was we had to take the tyre swingaways off the back of the car because we were over on the rear axle weight, and when we take a bit of other stuff out of the car, it becomes fine. The something or other weight in the caravan was we're about 200 kilos over there for some reason or other, and but he said what we can do is get a GVM or something upgrade. Yeah, GVM upgrade on the caravan. And this was just a paperwork thing. We didn't have to do anything to the suspension on the caravan. All they had to do was just check that it had these different bits and pieces on it, that the chassis was a certain size and it's got little rail things underneath the tow bar, a few other bits and pieces, and they added another 210 kilos to the payload that we could carry. Yeah. Which all of a sudden sort of brings us into the right sort of weight. So now we know we're okay. We're going to sort of show you a couple of the things that you've got to do just to get things balanced out.
We did have to, we always thought that we loaded our van very well. We've had a lot of caravans, as you know, and we've always tried to make it nice and even. But after it was weighed, we realised that it wasn't as great as we thought it was. Sorry about the birds in the background. The tow ball weight was still over, so we had to rearrange a few things in the van. Yeah. And I also had a really good look at what I was carrying, and I discovered we could save quite a few kilos in the caravan. Yeah. So we're going to show you little things that we've done. And we went away for quite a long time, and truly still emptied some stuff out when I got back that I won't be taking again. So you don't need all that stuff that you think you need.
Here's a bit of an example. Before we went away, we bought 2 little folding bikes. Now, each bike weighs 30 kilos, so that's an extra 60 kilos, which we decided that we just can't take with us.
Can't take anyway because I fell off it twice, and it's not a good thing for an old lady to be falling off a push bike apparently.
And it's not a high one either, it's only a low one.
So I don't like those bikes, they're evil, so they're going to be sold.
So if you see cars and vans and you find they've got bikes attached to the back of it, there's motorbikes in the car, there's a boat up on the roof, there's a rooftop camper, and there's, you know, if you've got a boat up on the roof, there's a motor in there somewhere as well. You possibly find that that car may be overweight unless they've spent the extra money to have GVM upgrades and whatnot on the car.
Yeah.
I did investigate that, and to do a GVM upgrade on my car was going to be close to $7,000 because they've got to do all sorts of weird and wonderful things. So spend $7,000 on an upgrade, or
just lose some weight, Cole.
Or lose some weight, yes. Maybe hire a boat when you get somewhere.
Yeah.
That might be the way to go.
We were told from a reliable source, I'm not going to divulge, that when the scalies are driving down the highway, they look at the model car, they put it into their computer, they look at the van, they know whether they need to pull you up just by looking at your rig.
Yeah.
So just be aware that this is becoming a thing. It's a good revenue raiser for them. So, you know, try to do the right thing and then you won't have a problem. But we like to show you around the Caravan and just show you the few things that we've changed.
Yeah.
So as you all know, I like to cook a few cakes when I'm on the road, and we mainly cook actually. We make our own breakfast, we make our own lunch, and we also do dinner. We may go out occasionally, but we're real homebodies. Once the van's set up, we're in for the night. So I've broken down all my kitchen requirements down to this. So I'm just going to show you. We replaced any crockery plates and dishes and things with these. These are just your, I think it's melamite or something. That's not melamite, I don't know what that is. But it's nice, lightweight, cheap to buy. I bought them from Price something for cheaper prices, or some one of those ones.
One of those cheaper
so
shops.
I have a whole set up in the cupboard, and we also use these types of coffee cups. And then for drinking, we just buy plastic thin little tumblers. So these are my bowls that I use for extra things if we're putting things out on the table, mixing up things, a bigger meal. For cooking, I have a mini chopper, which is fabulous actually. It's from Big W, and it does all sorts of things. So, you know, you just have that, and then I just have a standard plug-in mixer, one jug with some measuring cups, and then this is a great stackable set of dishes that you can, and I have a couple of extra ones thrown in there, which always jam together, and it also has a strainer in it. So that all compacts together, and I also have a large serving salad bowl in case we have people come and visit us and we want to be fancy. These are my chopping boards, nice thin lightweight chopping boards, easy to clean. I carry the Tefal fry pan, deep saucepan, and a little cooking saucepan, and it has a detachable handle, so you just do that and you use that. Nice lightweight cooking implements. I do carry a couple of trays, and then I have this is Tupperware. I'm not sure you can get Tupperware anymore. This is really handy for all sorts of things. So you can put food straight in there, or you can do training of salads or whatever. So I carry that. I use that nearly every day. And then what I do is I buy assorted size aluminium trays. Now I know it's not very environmental, but you know. So I usually have big ones, but because we're home we haven't stocked up yet. And I actually cook a lot in these. So I actually mix things up in them, and then I cook them, makes it easy for cleaning. So that's all I have. and it packs away really easily, really compact, nice and lightweight. It's really good. Now, coupled along with all of this lightweight gear that I've got, you have to know how to pack your van. So your lightweight things go up high in all of the cupboards that are around. So you're only putting packets up in the top here. You might have your snacks and things like that up in here. Just lightweight, like pizza things and things like that. Down below, as you go down in the van, you put your heavier items. So you might have, like I've got a cupboard down here which I carry my some tins or some heavier food items, and also in the cupboard here we have like this sort of stuff. You're carrying your stock of beans and lentils and all that sort of stuff down low in the cupboard, packed in nice and neat. And you'll find that puts the weight along on the bottom of the van, and also the wheels are on either side here. So that's a good way to put your weight. Keep it light around the top. Same with your clothes. Keep the light items up at the top and put your heavier items as you go down in the cupboard. With the fridge the fridge, when you pack your fridge, think about how much you're packing in the fridge, because that can add some weight. So you put your lighter stuff on the top and then bring your heavier stuff down lower, and that gives you a good stable caravan then, and that's what you want.
Okay, so I'm going to try and do my best to explain this whole weight thing. It really does your head in. So yes, you've got your car weight and you've got your caravan, and this weighs so much and that weighs so much, but then when you hook your caravan onto your car, it adds your tow ball weight to the back of the car, which then puts your weight on your axle, rear axle, being extra amount, and then of course it lifts the front of your car off the ground, which lowers the weight up that end, which puts even more weight down this end. And the same with your caravan. When you put your caravan onto your car, it takes a bit of the weight off there, which throws weight to the back of the caravan. And if you're trying to tow your caravan along, if you've got too much extra weight down the back of the caravan, it can tend to get that whole sway thing happening. So it's a bit of a balancing act. Now remember, our caravan is our car and caravan together weigh 600 kilos under the overall weight that the whole lot can be, yet we were still overweight in some bits and pieces on the red marks there that I showed you on that little sheet. So yeah, it gets really confusing. So best thing I can think of is with the tow ball mass being 5 kilos over the 320 kilo limit for the tow bar thing, what we did was put the jack into the back boot of the caravan. We transferred some lighter stuff into the tunnel boot, and that sort of solved that problem. With the weight upgrade we got on the caravan, that added another 210 kilos that we could carry, which sort of meant we were actually right on the very limit for what we could do. So overall, yes, we've come in and we're pretty close to it, but I still can't figure out where this 600 kilos is missing. So if you can figure it out, let me know in the comments. Yeah, it does your head in. But yeah, don't think just putting it on a weigh bridge is going to solve the problem. You've actually got to get it weighed where they weigh each wheel with one of those little scale things. So yeah, good luck. That's all I can say. So if you want to carry extra toys, yeah, get it all checked out by all means. So talking about weights can be a bit of a contentious issue. I'm certainly no expert. In fact, I'm still well and truly confused about it all. But I do know that they are thinking about safety. Yes, we might be very safe drivers, but if somebody does something, cuts you off or comes in from the side and you just totally weren't expecting it, and you've got to slam your brakes on or take an evasive action, you want to know that your car and caravan are going to go exactly where you want to put it. And if your weight is way out and your back swinging around, and yeah, it can end up rather tragically. So yeah, do look into it yourself, and hopefully your weights are going to be right. So I know that's not much of an explanation of how weights work. Yeah, I reckon you'd be flat out finding any caravan and car setup that's not completely within the legal limits there. So yeah, good luck guys, is all I can say. So that's it. That's how we deal with weight in our caravan.
Yeah, and I hope it's been useful and helpful to you.
Yeah.
I do travel very lightly because we've been doing it for so long, and you just really get to the point where you know I haven't used all of that stuff the whole time I've been away, so I'm just going to get rid of it.
Yeah.
The big challenge is not to fill it up with other stuff.
Yeah.
That you go to, like country markets and things, and you go, oh, that's nice, I'll put that in my caravan.
Yeah, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to buy that. No.
You've got to be good. So
Yeah.
before we go away this year, we've got another month and a half, well, 6 weeks to go, and we have to lose quite a few kilos, so we'll be able to go in the car. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
We'll see you in the next video.
Remember to do the whole
Yeah,
like and subscribe thing.
and share and
Share it
comment.
around. Yeah, let us know what you think.
Okay.
Thanks for
so
joining
much.
us.
Bye.
Bye.
Puppy, Nanny Rose is going to go and drive through Nolan's. Bananas!